Meeting will come to order. We welcome all of you to the Thursday, September 20th meeting. We have the Pledge of Allegiance today. This is by Mr. Thomas Avant, and he attends Horn Lake Elementary
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our next action is to approve the agenda.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the agenda.
Need a motion? Second? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, the motion is passed. The next item on our agenda is the superintendent's report. Mr. Austin.
Madam President, I have three items this evening for superintendent's report. The first one is for executive session. I have two early graduation requests that I'll ask the board to consider in executive session. The second item that I have, got a good friend of mine here, Mr. Ronnie McGee. He is the executive director of the Mississippi Association of Secondary School Principals, MASSP. He has a special award that he would like to give to one of our employees, and I will turn it over to him this time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Corey, for allowing me to come today. It's always a pleasure of mine to speak before school board and recognize our valuable employees across our state. I serve now as executive director of the Mississippi Association of Secondary School Principals, which includes elementary, middle, and high school. I was fortunate enough to be in front of you last year to recognize Mr. Chris Fleming and his award at that point in time. This year, I'm pleased to be here for the assistant principal of the year. That's recognized Miss Sarah Jane Russell, who's now who was with Lake Mormont at that time. Sarah Jane, please come forward.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I'll take a bunch of different pictures. Give Mr. Fleming in one with us. Mr. Fleming is on the board of directors for MASSP. What's your title now?
No, I'm just bored.
Board member, right?
This way.
Yes.
Great. I would like to get a picture with, Mr. Mayor, starting with Ms. Geis and Dr. Floater here, for fellow administrators, and so they got to get a picture. Yeah, we'll spread them out. And then for families in attendance also, introduce them and maybe get a director. Yeah, and also we've got some teachers who are here. as a supporter. Let's get,
Yes,
let's
I
get a
got,
picture of the teachers who are here.
My parents and my husband, my son and daughter, and teacher, couldn't have made it without these teachers.
Whatever
It's all
picture you
about
want.
them. It's all. This is my husband's favorite thing to do is take pictures. Okay. Teachers.
Russell, will you introduce us to your family again?
My husband Will, my daughter Sarah Mill, my son Reed, and then my mom and dad Temple and boys Crowell.
Great. We're so proud of you, Miss Russell. Proud of all your hard work and your experience and all that you've done for our district, not only Lake Elmore High School, but Randall. So thank you so
I
much.
appreciate all of your support as well, and also all of our teachers, parents, staff, and everyone involved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McGee.
Education in the way that you do. Thank you, Court, for your leadership. It's always important. I used to tell my principals over the years that the superintendent's day is directly relational to how a principal does and their decision making at each location. So I know how it goes from a leadership standpoint. So thank you for supporting what we do across the state. And also in October, we'll have recognition of National Principals Month. So we'll see some things on that as well. So thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. We appreciate your leadership in MASSP and all that you do for our principals and administrators throughout the state. Hope you have a safe trip back home.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. And at this time, the third item I have is favorite part of our board meetings. We have our teacher spotlight segment. At this time, I'm going to ask Principal Cindy Dunning to come forward, Principal of Horn Lake Elementary School, to introduce our teacher spotlight program for this afternoon.
Good afternoon. I hope everybody is doing great today. And I'm so happy to be here for Horn Lake Elementary. We do so much good stuff in our community, and we are so glad that we could share it with you today. I'd like to introduce a teacher of mine. She started out with me when I started at Horn Lake Elementary. We both had the privilege to be trained by Dorothy and Smith. She started out with me in August of 1997. She's been teaching in DeSoto County for 19 years. She is a proud mom of two great sons, Noah and Kay, who attended DeSoto County High School. And she has been married to Jason Smith for 19 years, or 20, or 21. And she is great. She is probably one of the best people I know to represent Horn Lake Elementary. She has taught with me for a long time. She left me. She went to a couple of other schools in DeSoto County, and she's come back home. So here she is, Miss Emily Smith.
I'm honored to have been asked to speak to you about what I love about my school. I get emotional, I'm sorry, it's just, when I speak from my heart, it just comes out through my eyes. You see, my school holds a very special place in my heart. I began my career teaching kindergarten at Horn Lake Elementary under Miss Dorothy Ann Smith. Looking back now, I must say I had no idea what God was up to or how He planned to use HLE to shape and mold me when I started in 1997. This is my 20th year to teach. I have taught several schools within the DeSoto County District. I also taught for a short season in Clarksville, Tennessee. But no place has left an imprint on my heart the way that Horn Lake has. What makes this place special? There's an electricity that runs throughout the school. You feel it the moment you walk in the building. Within the hustle and bustle of the morning, there are a couple of teachers that I like to call the welcome committee. These beautiful souls are anxiously waiting for the students to arrive to shout a big good morning, and they do it every day. Every day they're faithful. These amazing ladies call the students by name. This is pretty incredible to me because we are home to 504 kiddos, proving that relationships are the heart of Horn Lake Elementary. These relationships do not stop with the students. Ms. Dunning and Ms. Bridges make a point to be present within our building. These ladies are rarely found sitting in their offices behind their desks. Their presence is as much a part of our building as the 23 to 30 teachers running around. This duo is one special force for sure. The interaction between our principals and staff is nothing short of remarkable. I feel like my principals know each of their teachers on a personal level. They are quick to encourage and lift us up. I never leave a meeting without feeling encouraged. I feel like I can face the stress because let's be honest, teaching is stressful, or it can be. Ms. Dunning and Ms. Bridges are quick to help and advise if needed. These ladies are a treasure and love beyond their ability to understand. It is said that great leaders are the ones that get in the trenches with you. Ms. Dunning and Ms. Bridges model this so well. Horn Lake Elementary is I'm going to stop right there. I need to back up because I did transfer back into Horn Lake this year. And at the beginning of the year, what stood out most to me was you ladies were right there with us every step of the way. And that is so impressive to me because you have a choice to stand back and let the teachers do things, or you get in there with us. And that is what stood out to me the most about this school. Ms. Dunning was in the cafeteria helping us get kindergartners and second graders through the line, washing tables. Nothing is below or beneath, or above. She can be in there with us doing things. That is what speaks the most to me, our leaders. Horn Lake Elementary is a driving force within the community. We offer several opportunities for the parents and guardians to be involved. I believe that what sets us apart from other schools is a connection between the families and our staff. So many of our families were born and raised in Horn Lake, so we have the privilege of watching generations come through. Because of the ability to offer support, many of the families have stayed for that very reason. They know that not only will their baby be taken care of academically, but their child's emotional needs will be met as well. Again, relationships are the heartbeat of Horn Lake Elementary. To become successful in growing and molding children, I believe we must meet them where they are. It is no secret that our school is one of the low socioeconomic groups of our county. Our staff is constantly trying to meet the needs of these babies in various ways. Ms. Dunning and Ms. Bridges have started a food pantry just this past week so that no student comes to school hungry. This is one beautiful example of the love that is molded every day. As I mentioned before, Horn Lake Elementary offers several ways the community can become involved. One of the students' favorite ways is to give back through Go Gym Go. This is a fun way to raise money for LaVarner Hospital. The students cheer with excitement when this fundraiser is mentioned. It is so much fun to witness the pride as the kids bring in their change. Through this act of kindness, our students are learning to give back. There's no greater joy than to give others. We are currently working with Horn Lake Mayor's Council also to gather goods for children at LaVarner Hospital. There are so many wonderful things that I could tell you about Horn Lake that it's hard to list. I often say that our school is the hidden gem of the county. There's a love and a vibe that is hard to put into words. Horn Lake Elementary is not a school, it's an experience. And once you have had a taste of the experience, you're never the same. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. Great presentation there. Thank you, Ms. Dunning, Ms. Bridges, for your leadership at Horn Lake Elementary School. And I can attest to what Ms. Smith said. Every time I visit there, I feel very, very welcome. It's a very special place. And if you haven't been there lately, stop by. It's a great place at Horn Lake Elementary. Y'all keep up the great work. Thank you, Ms. Smith, for that presentation. And as I conclude the superintendent's report, I will let everybody know if you were here for Ms. Russell or for the teacher spotlight, feel free to go if you want to. Feel free to stay if you want to stay for this one. I think that means you're going to leave. Okay. No other clear room. Thank y'all for coming. Madam President, that concludes the superintendent's report.
The next item on the agenda is our attorney's report.
Yes, ma'am, I have a couple of student matters to report on in the executive session of the board.
The next item will be the approval of our minutes for September 6, 2018 board meeting. I need a motion, and I need a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it. That's passed. We have A through X for our consent agenda. Are there any changes that need to be made or addressed? I need a recommendation, Mr. Austin.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the consent agenda.
I'd like a motion.
I make that motion.
A second. Second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, so the motion is passed. The next item on our agenda are new business. We have A, which is bids, bleachers for Oak Grove Central Elementary School, Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am. Bids were open on the 10th of September for the purchase and the installation of bleachers at Oak Grove. If you've seen the ones that are in there, they're all almost a safety hazard to some extent. So the results of the bids are in there in your packet. My recommendation to accept the lowest and best bid from Soto Incorporated.
Recommendation, please.
Madam President, I recommend the board to accept the lowest and best bid from Soto Incorporated for the bleachers, Oak Grove Central Elementary School.
Need a motion? Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, so the motion is passed. The second new business is bids, cleaning services for school cafeterias and the child nutrition building. Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am. The bids were open on the 12th of September for the cleaning service for child nutrition. It's my recommendation to accept the lowest and best bid from ABM.
Recommendation, Mr. Austin.
Madam President, I recommend the board to accept the lowest and best bid from ABM for cleaning services for our school cafeterias and for the child nutrition building.
Need a motion? Second?
Second.
Discussion or changes? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, the motion is passed. Our next item is request to pay vendor purchasing rule issue, and that's, Lewisburg Middle School.
Yes, ma'am. This is a request to pay from Lewisburg Middle School. School waits to the end of the month to open the PO for services that were rendered from the beginning to the end of the month. We reviewed the purchase procedures with the staff involved and to ensure that this doesn't happen again.
Recommendation,
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the request to pay the vendor for the purchasing rule issue at Lewisburg Middle School.
this time we need a motion.
I make that motion.
Second? Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, so the motion is passed. Request to reimburse for cell phone repair, Horn Lake High School, Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am. We had a teacher who were requiring students to put their cell phones in a baggie that was hanging on the wall prior to taking tests. The screws gave way. The bag filled with all the cell phones in it, and one was damaged. And so the school is requesting that they be able to pay from their school activity fund to repair the phone. I had to get with them on.
Recommendations, Mr. Austin.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the request to reimburse for the cell phone repair at Horn Lake High School.
Needs to be a motion made.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor, aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, so the motion is passed. The next item on the agenda is, E, the statement of revenue and expenditures, July of 2018, Ms. Grace.
There's just not a whole lot that happens in the month of July. We do not have teacher payroll, teacher assistant payroll, bus drivers, cafeteria workers. So our revenues received for the month, we're at $14,721,865. It's about 1% over last year, which is pretty much in ADP. And then our general fund expenditures were a big $4,594,862, which is up about 1.1% over last year, and that's mainly just normally that is due to utilities and construction and whatever projects we're finishing in maintenance for that month. So it's just a very slow month, but revenue slightly over what we always want to have, and revenues are expenditures are almost the same. So it's a good.
Recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the statement of revenue and expenditures for July 2018.
I need a motion. Second. Discussion? All in favor, aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. All the ayes have passed it. The next thing is statement of cash flow, July 2018, Ms. Graves.
Our district maintenance cash balance is at $92,988,06. All funds cash balance sit at $127,059,176. Our invested balance is $26,799,939. Which, if you look at your last report in June, I discussed where we do have to reduce the balance to actual just for June 30th, but we reverse it to July 1. It's not realized until the investments we do. So the balance is significantly higher from last month. That's only due to just a journal review. So this is the current balance of $26,799,939.
Thank you. You need a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the statement of cash flow for July 2018.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor, aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, so the motion is passed. The next one is contractual agreement imaging learning. No. Combined balance sheet, July 2018. Ms. Grace.
The fund balance for all general funds, the majority of that being district maintenance, for July is $99,188,550. Compared to last year, we were right at $100,249,218. So we are down about 1%, but again, that goes directly to our, just what projects we've done through the summer. So we're practically even with last year for July.
Recommendation, please.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the combined balance sheet for July 2018.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Discussion? Anyone have any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, so the motion is passed. The next one, revised board policy, DJEC, federal purchasing and procurement. Ms. Weeks.
Yes, ma'am, we are requesting a revision to this policy to change the thresholds for purchases due to changes in state law.
Recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy DJEC for federal purchasing and procurement.
I need a motion. Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, so the motion is passed. The next one is personnel, Mr. Alexander.
This matter personnel packet this afternoon, pages 1 through 3 are recommendations. Pages 4 and 5 are personnel changes. Page 6 is a memo of employees, still waiting on licensures, $65 a day for those unlicensed and $112 for those out of civil tier and out of state. I will say 9 of the 21 that are on the 65 have received it, including 5 today, so I hope to have a Thursday, a Friday like I've had a Thursday. They started looking them out today, and then 2 of the 10 on the 112 have received those licenses now. Page 7 is a memo from myself on contingent contracts, requesting contingent contracts on 2 employees. Ms. Stanley has received personnel, so it will only be for 1 employee, Ms. Rook. Page 8 is a memo for myself. It's a request the board to approve for the district to add a new position, school resource officer, to the DCAC and Magnolia campuses to provide support for DCAC and Magnolia campuses to provide a safe and secure environment. It's 200 will be a 205 day per year, and the salary is on there. We requested to add an additional unit to the sheriff campus of both DCAC and Magnolia on the same campus. Sheriff Rasco informed us past week that he had requested more SROs in his budget, but he did not receive any of those additions. As a result, he's having to move one of those units to a different location, so we'll need to add one to increase our school safety there. Pages 9 through 11 is the DeSoto County Alternative Center Magnolia School Resource Officer job description. Page 12 is a memo from Ms. Ingram, our Director of Federal Programs, for a Title I part-time literacy coach, working 19 hours a week with a pay of $27 per hour. This will be paid out of federal funds. Pages 13 through 15 is the part-time Title I coach's job description. Page 16 is a memo from myself. It's on the superintendent evaluation instrument. It's taken directly from the Mississippi School Board Association. Excuse me. The following indicators of success and goals, both of the goals are tied directly to the strategic plan for DeSoto County Schools. We'll say Goal A is related to Goal 6 of our strategic plan, which is developing strategies to increase graduation rate. And Goal B is related to Goal 10 of our strategic plan, management of the system facilities. Pages 17 through 24 is the Mississippi School Board Association Superintendent Evaluation Instrument. Page 25 is a memo from Ms. Williams, our Director of Mental Health Services, on the approval from Ms. Hodges, Ms. Jane Hodges, to work up to 3 days per week from September 21st through December the 18th at Olive Branch Middle School. Olive Branch Middle School currently has a counselor that's on approved intermittent FMLA leave, thereby requiring the service of Ms. Hodges. Their other counselor is new this year. We're requesting Ms. Hodges. She is certified counselor. She is the only certified counselor that we have to sub at this time. We're requesting any time that she subs, she makes the certified pay, no matter the time, of $109 per day for the day she works. Page 26 is a memo from Ms. Goss, Director of Special Education, on adjustment for Ms. Barton, who is a certified occupational therapy assistant. She had previously, before this year, worked 205 days. Other occupational therapists, they include us to supervise her, are 187. She began the year as a 187 employee. We're just making that official. She'll be 187 day for you. Page 27 is a memo also from the Director of Special Education on a part-time speech pathologist. It's been budgeted for contractual service by speech pathologist to cover services in private schools. This is mutually agreed upon by private schools, Sacred Heart and North Point, and DeSoto County Schools. The contractor has not been successful in providing a speech pathologist, so we're requesting to post the position as a district employee. We only need a speech pathologist for part-time to cover the needs of those private schools. We are required by federal law to meet private schools and service their needs in this area. Page 28 is the 2018-2019 maintenance salary schedule. This has been before you before, however, there was an adjustment we needed to make, and this assures that the 18-19 salary is either at or a little above what it was as a 17 and 18 salary schedule. Page 29, the request for additional pay on Ms. Gordon, who will design all marketing materials for the 2019 Teacher Career Fair. This will be our second time to do this. It's been extremely successful. She'll be paid a total of $250 for services and we'll submit invoices once all the work is completed. And finally, page 30 is request for additional pay on Ms. Barnett, who will work on enrichment for JDC students over the holidays. She'll be paid at $27 per hour and begin 9/21 and end on June the 30th, 2019.
Did all of you understand pages 29 and 30? All in favor? Aye.
All right. Madam President, I recommend the board to approve personnel as presented.
Need a motion? Second? Any discussion?
There's a question, I'm sorry, there's another question on the page numbers. Originally, the evaluation instrument from the superintendents had 2 blank pages. I inquired about that before, if they would be removed, and that's fine. I said they would, we'll just leave it as is, but they were removed. So that's all, the 2 pages that are additional were blank pages.
All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, the motion passed. Student discipline, Mr. Finley.
Madam Chair, we ask student discipline matters to address in executive session.
Thank you. I now need a motion for consideration of closed session to determine whether the board should enter executive session for the following matters. We have 2 student matters regarding early graduation, 1 student discipline of matters, and then 2 student matters.
I make a motion to consider going into executive session for the matters listed.
Motion, do I have a second? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. So we will, have Mr. Chase come back and tell you